Hello everyone and welcome to the first video on this channel. Oh my god, I'm so excited to start this channel, you have no idea. I've been watching family YouTubers for like a year and I'm obsessed with them and now I get to be one. If you come from Truman Soph, then hello, hi. And if you're not from Truman Soph and you're just from somewhere random, then hello, my name is Sophie. Welcome to the Summer Baby channel. This first video is just going to be a bit of an update as to where I am in my pregnancy right now and just give you a bit of an introduction to my life. Just to clarify, this is not just my channel, my boyfriend also will be on this, but you know, as I love doing YouTube and I probably will do a lot of videos on my own where I talk to the camera by myself. I've got some questions here basically, it's like a pregnancy tag, but I'm going to just kind of move it into my 23-week update because as of today, right now, I am 23 weeks pregnant, which means I have around 17 weeks left to go. It's insane, it's going so fast. So yeah, just to give you a bit of an insight, like if you haven't come from Truman Soph, you probably have not seen the video where I explain how I found out that I was pregnant and everything. I made that like literally when I found out I was pregnant. If you want to see that, I will link it in the description below. Also, the first video on this channel was going to be a Q&A and me and my boyfriend did film it, but I absolutely hated it. Like, I just seemed so moody in that entire video and I did not want it online. So we're going to do another Q&A. So if you have any questions about anything, please leave them in the description below. We are teen parents. I'm 18, he is currently 19. I mean, I am 19 in June and he will be 20 in May, but UK teen parents, Jeremy Kyle. Yeah, let's just get straight into this. I'm going to go through the questions and go in depth about my pregnancy and my baby. Question number 1, how and when did you find out that you were pregnant? I found out on the 6th of November, I will never forget that date, it was the date my life changed. I found out on the 6th of November 2016 and at that point I was 6 weeks gone. It's not a lie when women say, oh, I just had a kind of feeling that I might have been pregnant. Like, that was me. I was like, I know I am. And me and my boyfriend used to make jokes about it and everything. And in the end I was just like, do you know what, I don't feel right. I'm just gonna check just to rule it out, because if I'm not, then that's it, then maybe I'm just ill or something. And yeah, so I took the pregnancy test at work and it came back as positive, and at first I was not going to keep my baby, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was just like, I don't want this, I'm not ready for this. But after a few days of just thinking about it and just thinking how it's all going to go down, me and my boyfriend decided to keep it, and we do not regret that decision and we're the most excited people ever. That's pretty much, that's all it was. It was not a fabulous story, but if you do want to see the whole in-depth story about it and how I felt about it at the time, there will be a description in the link below. No, there will be a link in the description below. Number 2, how did you feel? Like I said, I was not very happy about it. Like, I think I was just in more of a panic than anything. I've always wanted kids and I always wanted them young, but not this young. Like, I mean like maybe like early to mid-20s young. But do you know what? If it happens a few years earlier, it happens a few years earlier. It's not going to make a difference. It means I can just get the whole kids thing out of the way pretty early. And I'm quite happy about that. How old were you? Like I said, I turned 18 last year, and I mean I'm still 18 now, and people will be judgmental about the age and think you've given up so much, but I haven't actually given up that much. I mean, I left college when I was 17, like it's not like I've just given up and moved on. Ed's still going to university this year and I'm still gonna work at the end of the year and stuff, I'm still gonna do all this. It's not like I've given up anything at all. It's in fact making me, like, it's maturing me, it's making me an adult. Just something that I just never really felt like I was doing well before, and it's gonna, I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be really good. Just, it's gonna be a great experience. How did you tell your partner? On the day, I mean it was literally within 10 minutes of finding out. I told someone else at work, like the person that works above me. I don't work there anymore, but I told her and she was like, yeah, go find him, go tell him. I told him that day anyway that I was gonna check, and he just instantly kind of knew. And I was like crying. He was just quite chill about it. He still is. He's very happy and you know, we're both very happy. That's basically just how I told him. I just told him at work because we worked in the same place. Did you wait 3 months to tell people? Why or why not? Now I know it's not very good to tell people before your 12 weeks because anything could happen, and I know that would have been the worst, but we waited like a couple of days. And then the thing is, like, we told all our family, and then I've got other family on Facebook and stuff that I wouldn't have known. I don't know their numbers and stuff like that. You know, who communicates by telephone these days? Nobody. So Facebook was the way forward, and I did that. I mean, I'd already talked about it on YouTube, so why not talk about it elsewhere? And if anything went wrong, then anything went wrong, and we'd address it, and we'd, I don't know, handle it like mature, sophisticated adults, like we now are. Number 6, is this your first? Yes, I'm only 18. I mean, I have no issue. I'm not judging anyone that's had babies younger than me. There's loads of people that have, and I know people much younger than me that have had children, and there are some of them the absolute best mums in the world, and there's no reason to judge just because they're a certain age, to be honest. So, but yeah, this is my first, and it won't be my last, but for the next couple of years, hopefully, it will be my last. Number 7, do you want more? Yes, I do want more children. If I had my way, I would love 2 girls, but, you know, I mean, if there was 2 girls, it would be us, the 2 daughters, me, and then my boyfriend, so he'd be in a very female family, which I don't think he minds, but I think it'll be, it's always nice for a guy to have a son, and like, I'm not too bothered whether I have a son or not. If I do have one, then great, like, that's fine, I will love him and cherish him, and if I don't, then I'm absolutely fine with that too, like, but I don't want any more than 3 kids. Like, I live in a house with 7, and my mum is about to, like, 7 children. I'm one of 7 at the moment, and my mum is about to have another baby in a couple of weeks, so I will be one of 8. And if anyone knows anything about growing up around kids, it is me, and I do not want a large family. I don't want to be the one of 7 kids, because it's just, like, even being part of that family, I couldn't imagine ever being a mother to that. Like, oh my god, it's stressful, and I would never want a large family. I know a lot of people do, but, you know, I'm gonna do my best to try and make sure that doesn't happen. 8, your biggest craving. I don't really have a craving. If I want a food, then I want a food. It's just, to me, it's just being like extremely hungry all of the time. One thing I have found really hard is the whole caffeine thing, and there has been one thing that I have just wanted every day, and that is a Red Bull, and you cannot drink Red Bull while you're pregnant. I mean, you can, but not like every day. I would drink one probably like, at most, probably like once a week, if I can help it. I don't crave things, I just go off food, or I just really want it, or if I just can't have it, I'm just like, I've got to have it. But yeah, that's my personality. If I can't have something, I will get it. If I know that I can't have it, I will find a way. No, what is the best part of being pregnant? My bump. I love my bump. Like, I've got an outie belly button in normal life, like every day. I was born with one, and now that I'm pregnant, it sticks out, and like, I mean, I'll give you a belly shot at some point. I'll just show you it now, to be honest. If I can. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about that. There's my little outie belly button too. Outie belly buttons for life, you know, nothing wrong with it. I love it, I think it's the best. But to me, that is just the best part, and now I'm able to feel her at the moment, and it's just really cool just to finally experience. I love it, I just love, but I don't like pregnancy, but there'll be a question about that next. But yeah, for me the best part is just, you know, having it there, just knowing she's in there. I think that's the best. And all the little baby clothes I now get to purchase. Just the excitement of it all, I just like it. It's quite nice. It's quite a good thing to look forward to. 10, what is the worst part of being pregnant? I would say the morning sickness for me was insane. Like, I was being sick, like, I think on average about 5-6 times a day. I couldn't keep fluid down, even water. I was struggling. I'd down some water and it would come straight back up. And I was just like, oh my god. And that carried on from a couple of days after I found out is when I started actually being sick. So from about 7 weeks up until about 17 weeks. So like just 10 weeks of constant throwing up. I was on holiday as well one of those weeks. I was sick all the time, and just, I don't know, it was really awful, and I was exhausted. A lot of the time I am still really tired and I just want to nap, but I have ruined my sleeping pattern. Like, I'm awake till like 4 AM now, and I wake up in the night times, and just, I'm finding it really hard to sleep through the night. And it's preparing you, it's your body telling you you know what, bitch, you ain't gonna sleep in a couple of months anyway, so why start now? Yeah, I'd definitely say that's the worst part of being pregnant. I have not enjoyed it. Like, everyone's like, pregnancy is so beautiful and wonderful, and in a way, yeah, it is. Like, you're growing your child in there, but in terms of health and how you feel and motivation, for me, it just definitely hasn't been a good time. 11. Will you find out the gender, and what do you prefer? I already know the gender. I am having a girl. It doesn't matter, obviously, you know, whatever your baby is, healthy and happy, and, you know, you just want a baby. But everyone in their head, no matter what they say, they have a secret preference of what they would want, that they can imagine, they can envision. It's your child, you're allowed to, you know, think about what you want. Like, I have always wanted like a really close mother-daughter bond with my future daughter, and now I get to have that. And I was convinced I was having a boy, like, completely, and like everyone else said a girl, and I was like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up, because I know that if I say, yeah, I think it's a girl, then it won't be a girl. But I genuinely did think I was having a boy, and when they said girl at the scan, I nearly cried, and I was like, I wouldn't have minded a boy either way. But I get to actually have that mother-daughter relationship that I've wanted for ever. 12. Do you have names picked out, and what are the stories behind them? She already has a name. She's had a name for the past couple of weeks. In me right now is Olivia Grace, and you know, it took a while to figure out because we had another name. I'll make a complete video about all the names that I wanted, or not the names that I would want in the future. I'll make a video about that. But we had that and another name, like, on par with each other. And I loved the other name, but then this one just kind of sounded really pretty and girly, and I love Olivia Grace. Like, it just sounds so nice. And the middle name Grace I have always wanted for a girl, and I don't know, I also love the middle name like Rose and everything. I think they're all such pretty middle names and normal middle names. But yeah, we kind of just decided on Olivia after a long time. And I mean, I say long time, it's quicker than, like, some people get right to the end and they still don't have any names, so I don't know. 13. What is your birth plan? I don't have one yet. I don't know if I will have one, because a lot of the time it doesn't go to plan, and that's how it is. I'd love to have a water birth. Like, that's something that I've been kind of looking into a little bit, but I don't know. Part of me just wants to stay in the bed. I know not to panic when my waters go, because it could be ages before you start even having like contractions or anything. So as soon as they get quick and everything, I will go to the hospital with my bag and just be like, yo, having a baby, and try and be just calm about it. I feel like if you get too stressed out, then, you know, you just work yourself up and it becomes worse than it actually is. But no, I don't have a birth plan, and I probably won't make one. I'll just go in when I'm ready and just get in the bed and hopefully just pop out a child. 14. Will you breastfeed? No. At the moment, I don't have any desire to, and I know that people are like, but it's more beneficial for your baby. Like, I know, but I kind of want to go back to work as soon as possible. People say that it's bad, but it wouldn't be there as an alternative if it was that bad. So that's my plan at the moment. I might go more into depth talking about breastfeeding in that in another video, but at the moment I have no desire to. 15. Do you plan to work or be a stay-at-home mum? For the first month or 2 or 3, I will be a stay-at-home mum. That's fine, but I do want to kind of work as soon as possible, because, you know, we need an income for our child. And while my boyfriend is at uni, of course he'll have student loan and everything, but we can't live off that. We need to make our own living, and I want to go back to work and focus on a career as soon as possible. Not a career, I just want a job. I like working, it's nice. I don't know, that's just the way I want life to go. It doesn't mean it will happen. 16. Will you make your own baby food? I don't know, I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I've only just thought about the breastfeeding thing. Maybe I'd like to be one of them mums that like purees all these vegetables for their child when they're like 6 months old or whatever. I want to start moving my child onto those sorts of food at around 3-4 months, and I know not a lot of people agree with it, but I think it's cool to introduce them at an early age if they're ready. Only if she's ready, yeah. I'm not gonna force it in her mouth and whatever, like, but if she's ready and seems like she wants to, then that's what I'll do. 17. Do you have nursery ideas and themes? I'm obsessed with looking at like other people's baby rooms and their nurseries and everything, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could have that. But I'm not made of money and I'm not that creative, but we are going to have a room for her and that we'll sleep in as well. We'll share a room with her. But no, I'm obsessed with looking at like baby's nursery tour on YouTube and things like that. And it's like all these like pink and white and grey themes I'm really into, and like metallics and rose gold and everything. I just want to decorate a room like that, and I have a feeling if I get any sort of leverage on this room, I will go mental. I will be buying things for it all the time. I'm about the little decorations, be simple and white but decorated. But yeah, that is basically just me at 23 weeks, how I feel about everything. I know it wasn't really like a health and everything update, but I don't know if I really want to do anything like that. I mean, you've seen my bump, you know about my child, you know about our plans. At the moment, that is the 23-week update, and next week I move into my boyfriend's, and there'll be videos that I will make there, and we'll talk about the baby all the time. And I'll try and do as many updates as possible if anything happens, but not a lot happens within a week, so I don't think I would do weekly updates. I mean, I've been pretty much the same for however long. All that's been happening is my bump has been growing. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the first video on this channel, and there will be so many more to come because I'm beyond excited to film things for it, for this channel, and to meet other mums for YouTube and perhaps other young mums. But yes, if you did like this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, because you know we're on like minimal amount of subscribers right now. Yeah. Especially if you want to keep up to date with our lives and the pregnancy and when Olivia is born and everything, we would really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye.